I'll start with you, Brittany. So, why did you decide to join Spanish Con Salsa?
I guess the main reason I decided to join is because for the longest time I felt like I was trying to learn a language, but nothing I was doing wasn't working. And I think I said that in like my first opening message that I tend to try and do everything at one time. So I was trying to figure out how to get organized. Message came across my Facebook about the membership for Spanish Con Salsa. So I joined that first opening meeting, and I like what I heard. So I was like, okay, I'll give it a try.
What was, I guess you could speak on two things. Like, what was your favorite part? And then, like, what was the most difficult part?
I guess my favorite was just in general being able to work with music so much because I really like music. So the challenges included that a lot. But the most difficult thing was sitting down and actually being able to study long enough in order to pick up the information.
And what did you find was like your ideal study time?
Well, I tried to incorporate it into a little bit of everything that I did during the day. Like when I was at work, I would be listening to the pieces of the song while I was at work and taking note of what I was hearing, or I would be listening to YouTube videos to help with my vocabulary. And during break, I would do more using the conversation mastery when I could sit there and study. And at the same time, when I'm working on other things like counting and everything, I'll do that in Spanish while I'm at work. So it's incorporating everything that I do in English and Spanish so I can still keep picking up what I'm learning.
For anybody who who's thinking about joining Spanish Con Salsa, but they're on the fence, like what would you say to that person?
Just do it, because a lot of my friends, I have quite a few friends who's also learning Spanish, and we got onto a conversation about how to learn it and everything, and they've been noticing my progress as well. Like, how were you able to read what you just read? How did you know what that said? And so start asking me questions like, how did you do that? And then I explained to them about the course and how I'm learning through music. And they're stunned themselves, and they're like, oh, that sounds really interesting, because none of us, we like sitting still reading textbooks either. So that's something we all have in common. And yeah, even my best friend and her mom, they've even been telling me that I've been learning the best way, because it's not just a textbook. Everything's from one region, like Spain. Everything's coming from the country you're learning from. So that's definitely something I point out to everybody, that the music is the best way to learn, and this is the course to go to for that.